Menu narration option is set to off.
On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Tennessee's offense will have the ball first. And the man leading the attack, George McIntyre, freshman out of the state of Tennessee, coming off a 400-yard, 3-touchdown outing in his last appearance. The run inside. It's Bishop. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Longhorns offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Cam Coleman. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Could be an alley. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He wants to change this route. Play action, here's Manning. Finds his man, it's Wingo. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There he goes. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
To throw, Manning. Fakes to grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to Brown. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Third down from the gun, Manning. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Vols in the hurry-up.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him. They're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done. And they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run game. They committed to Bishop last year. He got over 1,000 yards and looking to improve upon that this year.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
They'll field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Might be changing the route. Manning. Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. left to Brown. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab deep. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Smothers. Picks up the 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Madness. Finds the tight end. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Smothers. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. The run inside, it's Bishop. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Fires complete on the crosser. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Lets it fly. It's a big stride inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. Extra point here will tie the game.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Arch to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. The Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. On the run, it's Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play-action fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Running inside. It's Bishop. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Texas offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more fit?
He's going to throw deep right side. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Run in the red zone, it Smothers. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. On the move, it's Bishop. Got enough for the first. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. And they're not on the same page there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on second down. Zings it complete to the right. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. The official says no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field.
He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with a look at Georgia Southern taking on the number 22 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's Georgia Southern eyeing their first win of the season. And it's been a tough start. There's no sugarcoating things. 3 games, 3 losses. Let's see if they can protect this lead. Now over to your game inside Neyland Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Might be calling a hot route. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces the punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments. Turning it on! Smashes ahead. Past the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown ball! That one will give them the lead.
And
the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he added the extra point. Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Arch is going to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fires one high and deep. Goes high to pull it in. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that drive.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to the run. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that one stings for this offense, man, because your defense just gave up points. They grabbed the momentum. You're trying to go get it back. And what do? You cough the football up, put your defense right back.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The run inside. It's Simon. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Simon. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Simon. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Manning from the gun on third down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He got it. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
It'll be third and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Snags it, and there's running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing Manning. He lost one down the sideline. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. Throws for the tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pocket breaking down. Picked off to stop the threat. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. So the defense sets them up for that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with a double. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. offense has it at the 28 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ballgame. Here's Manning to throw, using the back as a receiver on the screen. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Back to throw. It's Manning. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tripped up for the tackle.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stacked. They're not getting moved anywhere. They're able to make a big-time play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Got it set up on the outside. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
To throw, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
Quickly out to the tight end.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Uncorks it. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Manning to the air again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. To the 15. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Now here's Manning. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Can't find his man, it'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee.